everyone, I hope you're all well. I'm using the mystical moments today for our reading. I'll choose 3 cards, read the base of the pack, and I'll also choose one from the gods, goddesses and angels as well for some extra guidance. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective or anyone who views this video. There we have the Hanged Man, the Fool, and the Six of Pentacles. And beneath we have the Star, Ten of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Moon. So we have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is the card that's connected to Neptune, and Neptune is facing the galactic core at the moment with Pisces, and the Moon is in Gemini today. So it's receiving those higher messages, just stepping back, looking at every situation in our life and surveying it all, and really internalizing why we're doing things. Are we doing it out of a rescue mode? Do we want to go in and rescue someone? Because if we do, we become the victim. And that's coming from an unhealed part within us. There's an empty void there. So we will go into that energy, that unhealed part of us, and try and fix everyone else. But it's from an unhealed part. No matter what we do, it will never be enough. There'll always be something else. So Jupiter, as is in stationary, very slowly going into retrograde. Venus, stationary, very slowly going direct. So they're saying this is a new path for you now. The Fool, the beginning of a new journey. What are we taking on that journey? What are we carrying in our rucksack? Are we carrying the bricks of the past that keep us going through the same old cycles and choosing everyone else out there and not choosing ourselves? So the Hanged Man is asking us to, you can see there she's suspended upside down, but we always have that divine connection. We always have that divine guidance, especially with Neptune now facing the galactic core. The Moon is in Gemini. The conversations with the gods and goddesses, with the higher realms, listening to them. Because once we choose ourselves, everything comes into alignment then. And we realise how we react when we put on the spot. So if we react in anger, frustration, we go into rescue mode, that is what we're going to take on our path. It will just keep going through the same lessons. So when we start unhooking from all that, and just for this time, take a step back before we say yeah to anything. Take a step back and really internalise it. Are we doing this from some part of us that wants to make everything all right for everyone else, regardless of the burdens that it might place upon us, the bricks in our rucksack? Or are we choosing ourselves and knowing that we sit, we call in the divine, we send healing into those situations, and we fill our cup up with divine source energy? And you'll feel everything then coming into alignment for your new beginning. The Six of Pentacles is things starting to improve now as we choose peace and we choose to step back without reacting and making any rash decisions at this time. Take a step back, rebalance ourselves. This is a card that is letting us know energetically things are really moving, that there's going to be an increase in our finances, there's going to be an improvement in our physical well-being, because we are stepping back. We're not going down that void of an unhealed part of ourselves, looking for love outside of ourselves by doing something that puts pressure on us. So whatever it is in our lives, it will be showing up somewhere. How are we going to react or respond in this situation? And if we are undecided, to just take a step back. Take a step back and choose you, choose ourselves. And as we choose ourselves, the universe starts to come into that beautiful alignment. And this is not in any way that if anybody's suffering or that we ignore them. There's a very fine balance of being there to assist and being there as a rescuer, trying to sort everything else out around everyone. Being there with love without any need of anything else in return. Because when we show up with love, we show up in alignment. And this is a beautiful balance. So internalizing why we are doing certain things, what thoughts are coming up into our mind while we're doing them, how are we feeling? These are all indicators if it is something that is in alignment with us. We'll feel energized, we'll feel happy, but that happiness will carry on. It won't start then to drain us. So during this time, keeping ourselves in balance, knowing the universe is bringing this wonderful gift to us of our spiritual banks are full. And when we come into alignment, we start receiving those beautiful gifts that flow into us and out of us, and that beautiful infinity that as within, so without starts to manifest, which it is doing all the time, whether we're in alignment or not, whatever we're feeling inside and whatever our beliefs, then that's what we're going to create. So the Six of Pentacles, she is filling her own cup first, making sure she is full before we can give to another. And if that giving to another creates burdens and creates any kind of separation, then take a step back and just pause and choose to fill our cup up. And this is what the message is coming through from Spirit. Fill our cup up first, and then it overflows so that we can share in an aligned way. And then we have the star. The star is letting us know the planets are all lining up for us. They're guiding us to watch astrology, to connect with each planet and feel the vibration, listen to what it's saying to us, the messages that are coming through. This is also the card of Aquarius, so Uranus, the higher mind. The Uranus rules Aquarius, and it's the higher mind. It's beyond all space and time. So it's taking us to show us a bigger picture of what's going on and of us. but that's a blessing. It is a wonderful healing, so that we can just refocus and realign. So the Star card is a healing card. She is focusing on the stars there, and as we focus on the stars in the evening, we receive an activation from them. So there's wonderful energy coming from the star constellations, and this is also a time of healing, where we are alchemizing the rescuer. We're alchemizing her so that she can stand and choose herself. We're alchemizing reactions of anger and stepping into that place of confrontation. We're alchemizing that. And that's not a weakness. It takes a great deal of strength to do that. So we're alchemizing all these lower energies, conditioning, so that when we do, and the new moon in Virgo is going to be a wonderful time of coming into that alignment and starting to move forward. So we're just realigning, refocusing, reevaluating, looking at and internalizing why we are doing anything, and really getting to know ourselves. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Everything is going to be okay. There's nothing for us to worry about. Worry only creates more of the out of alignment. We completely step out of faith when we start worrying. So this is knowing that everything's going to be okay. We've got the Ten of Pentacles here, about to come into our reality. So to focus on that, to know whatever shifts are going on in this moment in time, to let it happen, not to go off and start worrying and stressing and fretting. Let it all happen. This is the energy coming through, and to receive this energy, maybe we have got some aligning to do. Maybe there is some choosing of ourselves to do. Because this Ten of Pentacles, you can see him sat there, and he sat on a tree, and you can see the rings in the tree with the life. So this is mature. He sat there, his family's there. He is able to sit back and enjoy the fruits of his labour. And this is coming for us too, because once we come into that alignment, and once we let go of any burdens that are weighing heavy on us because we can't say no, once we choose ourselves, and this is not in any way that we ignore anybody that is in any kind of suffering, but we do it in an aligned way without taking on everything around that person, because that will in time create some kind of resentfulness, because we're being drawn away from doing what we're here to do, and our soul will keep telling us come back, and then our head will be saying no, you've got to do this, otherwise you won't be a nice person. But we are, and when we come from our heart, but first and foremost we have to choose ourselves. We have to make sure we're in alignment. We have to make sure that our cup is overflowing, and as it overflows, then this is a beautiful card of the gold at the end of the rainbow. Beautiful uplifting card. So whatever changes we're going through, and then we have the moon. So the moon is when we're on the waning moon now, and like the Aries, Chiron is in Aries. So it's still helping us to heal, bringing up things of, right, what choice are you going to make? Are you going to add on extra work on top of everything that you're already doing, knowing that you're going to be burdened? Or are we going to say, sorry, no, and relieve ourselves of any burdens? Because in the past we've took on those burdens without even realising it, and before we know it, those burdens that we've taken on will end up being really painful, real heavy to carry, and at the end of it there will be a crescendo, because the one time that we can't do something is when the problem happens, that everything that we've done doesn't get seen. The one time we do something maybe in their eyes that's not going to please them, then everything else is forgotten. But that's coming from an unaligned place within us, and I hope this is making sense, because this is the energy that's coming through, and this is the moon. So letting go. So if we are getting triggered, write and burn on it, breathe and let it go, because if we're getting triggered and triggered and triggered, then we get into anger, and the only person that we're going to hurt is ourselves. So it's really feeling those triggers when they first start, and breathing and letting go and letting go. So we're on this waning moon, we've got this beautiful energy from the galactic core, the galactic masters of light. We're not doing this on our own, coming and assisting us. So let go of any guilt. We can't do everything for everyone, because then our cup becomes empty. So this is let go. Don't react to anything. Just pause for now. Pause and unhook anything that is really coming up for us to react. Unhook. So the moon, we're going through this beautiful time of letting go now, and up to the new moon, the dark of the moon, which is very mystical, and it's the void for us to start planting our seeds again for the next 28 days. So the moon is assisting us. We're working with the moon. This is the time of letting go as the moon starts to wane, taking away anything that is no longer relevant in our lives. So using the moon, and you can see there she's sat there with the moon, looking up into the moon. So taking deep breaths and allowing any emotions to just flow through. And then we have the King of Cups, and he is there holding on to his ship. He's not put it in the water yet, and that's what we're being asked to, just hold on to our ship while it shifts round into its direction and destination. The water there is full of life, full of mystical creatures, dolphins. Being in that place of emotional maturity. And when we let go of these veils of these emotions, we start to see so clearly. Everything becomes clear, and we start to move and cut through the veils of illusion. And so this is a wonderful time. The King of Cups is very intuitive. So as we let go of these triggers within us and all the old emotions that would be in place now to put our vessel onto this wonderful ocean of consciousness, we're just waiting, making sure we're not carrying any bricks, any heaviness, that we've placed there ourselves. Nobody else has done it. We've placed it upon ourselves. Of letting all that go, of seeing the absolute love in everyone. That brings immense healing and clarity. So a wonderful day, very healing day today, a day of surrender. So I'm asking now for a message from the gods, goddesses and angels for some guidance for today on this powerful day. There we go. Angel of support. There we go. We're not doing this on our own. The angels are around us, supporting us. All we have to do is ask. If a difficult situation arises and we feel the need to go in and rescue, or we are put under some kind of pressure, take a step back and feel the sacredness within. Call in our angels. The angels of support have heard our prayers, and our prayers are being answered. So whatever may be arising during this time, it's coming up for surrender. The angels of support are all around us. We're not doing this on our own. And the base of the pack is the angel of space clearing. It's time to clear out all negative patterns. And they may feel like they're good at the time, but it ends up out of alignment. We go into an old pattern. So the angel of space clearing. So the angels are here supporting us while we are decluttering our heads from all the old thoughts, our emotions, decluttering all the heaviness. We are at a time of surrender and letting go now. And the universe, the angels, all beings of light are assisting us at this time to do that, to not put pressure on ourselves, to sit back, pause, feel the sacredness within us no matter what's coming at us. If we want to react in a place of confrontation, come back. It takes great power, great strength to do that, to stay there and choose the sacredness and allow everything else to just fall away. Beautiful cards today. Have a wonderful day. Know that we're not doing this on our own. Things may seem chaotic outside in our environment, but we don't have to do anything that is going to cause us to come out of that place of our alignment. It's about choosing us. Okay, I'm sending so much love. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And thank you so much for listening. God bless. Thank you.